step for you.
But you must find the next step for you.
You must make a schedule.
And you must make a schedule.
How to make a pressure.
How to make pressure.
And very effective pressure.
And very effective
On the
pressure.
government.
On government.
On anyone have a responsibility.
And anyone who has a
To
responsibility
make a real change.
to make a real change.
Our next question is going to be for David on the Harvard side of the fence.
Mic check!
Mic check.
As an activist from Egypt,
As an activist from Egypt,
I am curious about your views
I am curious about your views
on government transparency,
on government transparency,
specifically WikiLeaks,
specifically WikiLeaks,
and the alleged actions of Bradley Manning.
and the alleged actions of Bradley Manning.
Do you feel these efforts
Do you feel these efforts
support causes like that of Egypt?
support causes like that of Egypt?
And if so, how?
And if so, how?
We're explaining the question here.
Were released on evidence. He was immediately scared. Fired up Mubarak secret documents were looking into people could see the suffering. It's a good thing. That was that.
I think
the WikiLeaks documents
the WikiLeaks documents
are very important for Egypt.
are very important for Egypt.
It helps us
It helps us
to be sure
to be sure
about the corruption
about the corruption
of the Mubarak regime,
of the Mubarak regime,
not by words,
not by words,
by evidence,
by evidence,
and by documented.
and by document.
And
I think
it will help us also
it will help us also
to implement
to implement
the transparency value
the transparency value
which we aim to achieve that in the next future of Egypt. In the next
Should have been. We have a question.
Mic check.
Mic check.
During the Arab Spring,
During the Arab Spring,
many people in America
many people in America
thought that the young Egyptians
thought that the young Egyptians
were looking at America
were looking at America
as a democratic ideal.
as a democratic ideal.
Does it surprise you
Does it surprise you?
that there are so many people here now
There are so many people here now
that don't think that America
that don't think that America
is living up to its democratic ideal?
is living up to its democratic ideals.
It's not a surprise to me
It's not a surprise to me
because the American government
because the American government
supported corrupt regimes
supported corrupt regimes
in Arab countries.
in Arab countries.
So we must
Support
the nation.
support the nation.
To have support between people
To have support between people.
searching for the real mean of democracy.
Searching for the real meaning of democracy.
I was traveled to Europe also.
I traveled to Europe also,
Identifying real democracy.
identifying real democracy.
And also I traveled to Korea.
And also I traveled to Korea.
Identified the real democracy.
Real democracy.
I think
we
can make the real democracy.
can make real democracy.
If the people can make a pressure
If the people can make the pressure
to have real democracy.
to have real democracy.
If we can spread awareness and the people here also
If we can spread awareness to the people here also
to push for real democracy in the United States
push for real democracy in the United States
and real social justice in the United States,
and real social justice in the United
it
States,
will affect on Arab countries also.
it will affect Arab countries also.
Maybe I want to add,
Maybe I want to add,
not all the Egyptian activists
not all Egyptian activists
think that America is a democratic country,
think that America is a democratic country,
but the real thing
but the real thing
we are believing
that
there
there are
levels of democracy.
levels of democracy. Maybe
America
America
achieves some levels,
achieves some levels,
but America
But America,
government, it is not the ideal
it is not the ideal
country
country
of democracy.
of democracy.
In the interest of time,
In the interest of time,
we are now closing stack
we are now closing stack
after the last few people
after the last few people
ask their question.
ask their questions.
Is this all right with everyone?
Is this all right with everyone?
We will have
We will have
more time
more time
to raise questions
and concerns
later in the agenda.
later in the agenda.
Is that all right with people?
Is that all right with people?
Next on stack
Next on stack
is Vicky.
is Vicky.
For the greater Occupy movement,
For the greater Occupy movement,
from your experiences,
from your experiences,
when is expanding nonviolent tactics
when is expanding nonviolent tactics
to violent ones
to violent ones
justified
justified
fight for real social and economic justice?
in the fight for real social and economic justice?
What is it justified? For economic and social justice. What is it justified to go beyond?
There is many strategy of non-violence.
There is many strategies of nonviolence.
We use in Egypt many peaceful ways
We use in Egypt many peaceful ways
to support democracy and social justice.
to support democracy and social justice.
We use many tools
We use many tools
like sit-in
like sit-ins
and civil disobedience
and civil disobedience
and peaceful protests
and peaceful protests
and also
also
peaceful demonstrations.
peaceful demonstrations
Build grassroots
And building
grassroots
and also have groups
and also have
in
groups
several cities
in several cities
and have a network and connection with each other.
and have a network and a connection with each other.
Civil disobedience and non-violence
civil disobedience and nonviolence.
is very old science
It's very old science
from several years,
from several years,
2000 years.
70s.
We read about what happened in India
We read about what happened in India
with Gandhi
with Gandhi
and also with Martin Luther King in America
and also with Martin Luther King in America
and also in South Africa
and also in South
and
Africa,
non-violence in Eastern Europe
nonviolence in Eastern Europe,
and also we watched movie
and also we watched movies
talking about
Seattle,
Seattle called Battle in Seattle.
the Battle of Seattle.
It's a very great movie.
It's a very great movie.
We learned many things from that movie.
We learned many things from that movie.
Also, I remember another movie
And also I remember another movie
called V for Vendetta.
called V for Vendetta.
Very important movie.
It's a very important movie.
So I think we must
So I think we must
research also about non-violence science
search about nonviolent science
and create a new tool,
and create new tools
create a new strategy.
and create a new strategy